Beloved, a soul-wrenching story in which Toni Morrison depicts Sethe, an escaped slave who loves her children more than anything, but then realizes that healing can only occur by remembering the past, regardless of how dark these memories may be. 18 years ago, a white woman nursed Sethe back to health as she escaped the plantation, and told her that anything dead coming back to life hurts. The scars on Sethe's back that look like a chokecherry tree prove just how painful this can be, so Sethe tries to protect herself by never looking back. It's funny, the way that things seem to change so quickly. One minute Sethe was a slave, the next she was freed, but too soon after that, the slave owners came to take her and her children away, and she was faced with a decision. Ultimately, she attempted to kill them so that they didn't have to return to the plantation, although she's only successful with her newborn, too young to even have a name except what's later put on her headstone, Beloved. Although Sethe may try not to look back on the past, it's hard not to when the ghost of her baby daughter begins to haunt the house. For 18 years, Sethe and her remaining daughter Denver have been terrorized by the ghost. And while Paul D., Sethe's lover from her old plantation, seems to banish the ghost, the peace doesn't last long. New presence inhabits the house as a mysterious girl who's soaking wet and calls herself Beloved seeks a home. Is she the ghost brought to flesh, a random girl, or something more? Paul D. feels that there's something off about her, and while she drives him farther apart from Sethe, Beloved is completely enamored with Sethe's attention and gets along with Denver like a sister. Just as the white woman once said, anything dead coming back to life hurts, and while Beloved yearns for Sethe's love, it's a toxic desire that begins to tear the family apart. Paul D. is run off, and it's up to Denver to save her mother from being consumed and trying to make Beloved understand how much she loves her. Denver turns to the same community that shunned them 18 years ago when Sethe killed her baby, and they band together to expel the house of the ghost once and for all. While Beloved herself may be gone from the house, she's never truly gone. No matter how much history tries to forget about slavery, how many people died, or the atrocities that slaves faced, their memories will live on just as Beloved's does. Although it may hurt, only by acknowledging and understanding can we begin to heal. This isn't a story just for Beloved. This is a story for all the slaves who are gone and forgotten and never deserved to have that happen. Critics everywhere have been raving about Morrison's Beloved, saying that its power comes with the interpretation Morrison provides to the reader. With layers of depth permeating throughout the novel, Morrison leaves it up to us to figure out Beloved's spiritual effect, ultimately creating a more genuine and lasting impression. Critics also note that Morrison is able to blend the tough questions that she's known for with relatable characters that find both a universal and personal connection with us all, ultimately creating literary art that will resonate for years to come.